Hi everybody, I'm here to show you how to set up to do focus stacking using your flash. And you could actually use your flash off camera, bouncing into the whiteboard. You could probably even put it on top of your camera and point it at the whiteboard. You don't want the flash directly on the camera. But you can do this anywhere. As you can see, we're in my dining room table. I've got this gold shiny board as my background, and I'm taking the light and bouncing it off the white card. So you're going to see what happens here when I hit that. So you see how that lights up a big area? So it's nice soft light that's coming over here. And I've angled the board because I don't want the board to be too bright. If I angled it away, it'd be too dark. And of course there I have my card, my digital gray card, which, as you know, if you know me, we always use that. So come on over here and let me show you how to set it up in the camera in order to be able to get your focus stacking to be done properly. Now I'm with Fuji, so I can show you on the Fuji camera. You can look it up for your own camera. So you can see right here, so I'm going into the picture of the camera, and then you go to drive setting. So you go to the right, hit the drive setting, it says bracket setting, because this is what it's going to be, it's focus bracketing. So I go there, I take it over, and then down here you see it says focus bracket. I have to go down to the focus bracket, select that. Now I'm doing all this on manual, so you definitely want to select that. Now my screen is showing me three things. It's showing me how many frames I want to shoot, what the step interval is going to be, or excuse me, the step distance is going to be, and what the timing interval is going to be. So when we do this, the most important thing is that you have to pick your closest point of focus, and I'll show you that when we come back out of this. Since I'm using macro, and I'm really only concerned about seeing, in fact I'll show you the picture again, I'm only concerned about seeing this flower in focus. I'm not looking for everything else in the background in. So the more pictures you do, then the more you are going to get into, you can do more than just your 40 images. So I'm doing 40, you could do 50, as you can see here, you could probably do 900 if you wanted to. The steps are about how much difference there is in the focus. So you always start at the closest point, and then it will take a step and focus just behind that point and keep on going for those 40 steps. The higher the number on the step, the greater the distance is that it's changing the focus. Since I'm on a macro, I wouldn't want to do a 10. 10 is going to be like if you're doing a landscape. So this is going to be pretty good with 5. That's going to work for me. Now, if you're shooting with natural light, you would put your interval over here at 0 because there's no reason to pause. You want everything to stay still. But since I'm using the flash, I want to make sure that it's going to be able to recycle in time. And I can do 40 images with the flash, recycling it in 1 second. So what I'm going to do, here's my picture again. Now I just want to show you this so you can see my highlight. See where my little green dot is right there? The closest thing to me, that sticks out more than anything else. I'm on back button, manual focus, important to be on manual focus. So there I am, I have that. So here's what the picture looks like right now. Okay, so that's what it looks like right now. I really love the lighting on this. If I blow this up, okay, you're going to see that all the way down here, that very front tip is really sharp, but you can see that behind it is not. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to make sure that I'm going to be able to get everything in focus, hence the focus bracketing. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and put this on self timer. So I'm going to go down here to self timer. I'm going to go to 2 seconds because I don't want to have anything when I push the button on this to make it go, and I don't want it to wobble. And then up here, I have to turn this over to bracket. Okay, before I do that, it's always a good idea for your first and your last picture that you take a picture of your hand or something so you know where it begins and where it ends. So there's my, oh, there I'm on my 2 second timer, so there it goes. Okay, so now I know when I take all these pictures in that I know where to begin. So now I'm going to turn this over to bracket. Okay, and I need to make sure that I'm not hitting the table, I'm not hitting anything else. I am double checking that closest point is the focus, and now I'm ready to go. I hit this, 2 seconds countdown, and here we go. 40 shots. Each one is going to stack up the focus a little bit in the background. I'm shooting at 5.6. That's a really sweet spot in my lens. If you shoot it like 16, it isn't always the sharpest on your lens, and for doing this, you want to have your best. Plus, I also need to have my power to be able to recycle. So I'm using the Profoto, obviously, and it's not at full power. It's at a little bit more than 50%. It's about 60% power. So that gives it the ability. Now also, you can see where I'm bouncing into this white card. So I'm making a light source that's really large and soft. Beautiful quality of light. Okay, so there I am. It's done. I've got them all. I'm going to take it off of the bracket now. And I'm going to take another picture of my hand. Oh, I'm still on the timer. There it goes. Here we go. Okay. And now I want you to see this, because you saw the first picture. So this is the last picture. So when I look at this, as I go down here, remember how I showed you before how the front was really in focus? And now it's really not in focus. Okay. So what's sharp? Well, right way behind, oops, on my finger in the way back here is in focus. And also all the way back up here. Okay, so I'm going up in here to be in focus. So that is looking pretty good. So I am all set. Now what I need to do is I need to be able to take these pictures. I'm going to import them all into Lightroom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them into Photoshop, where I can stack them and then I can merge them. And I'll do another little video and show you how to do that. By the way, I want you to know that I shot this on JPEG, because if I shot this on RAW, when I try to take 40 images into Lightroom, that's going to be a lot of crunch time to put all that together. So the JPEGs are a little smaller, and of course, you know, the Fuji JPEGs are fantastic. I shot this on Velvia, by the way, the Velvia film simulation. Okay, so I will see you on the computer with Lightroom and Photoshop.